What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. If you're on my channel, we already know that we're about to keep it all the way peanut. That's right, all the way peanut. You ever thought about joining the military? Guess what? I have. Been there, done that, as they say. This is a piece of military history I acquired about 5 years ago. It's called the M923A2. And also known as a 5-ton military truck. Really nice piece of equipment. Can do anything, go anywhere, go in the water, anything you need to do. But that's neither here nor there. So what we're here to discuss is, should you join the military? I don't know. You tell me. As you can tell from the license plate, I'm ex-Navy. No, not a Navy SEALs. That would have been nice. But who knows if I'd still be here today. Anyhow, I was a cook in the military on an aircraft carrier, USS Abraham Lincoln, CVN-72 aircraft carrier. It was fun. I was in from 92 to 95, 3.5 years. Got out, early time frame. They let certain people out because they were downsizing in the military. That's what I'm trying to say, basically. So I did my time, did my service to the country, and I was a cook, what they call a mess specialist. I didn't make a mess in the kitchen, but that was my title, mess specialist. Anyhow, it was fun. 3.5 years, as I said, and no regrets. No regrets. At the time, I believe I was 19 years old and recently graduated from high school. Really did not want to go back into more schooling. Wasn't for me. But also I had to figure out what I was going to do because I was working small odds and ends jobs. So, of course, that's not much money at 18, 19 years old. Some kind of way, a recruiter came into my life and started talking to me about the military. I gave it some thought. What I did know is I didn't want to risk dying for my country. Didn't mind serving it, but I didn't want the potential of dying for it outright. I know that potential is always there, just being in the military. But I decided to join the Navy. Say what you will about it. Say what you will. But it was fun. Enlisted in, like I said, 1992. Long time ago. I know. Don't say nothing. But got deployed, went out to boot camp in San Diego for, 4 to 6 weeks, something to that effect. Basic boot camp. It was more or less fun. They tried to break me. Certain people you just can't break. You know what I mean? So, wasn't too bad. I can understand maybe if I was in the Marines or Army, boot camp might be a little different at that time. But United States Navy, to me, it was a breeze. Anyhow, did my boot camp, got assigned to an aircraft carrier. Like I said, the USS Abraham Lincoln. Fortunately for me, I was stationed on that ship, which was docked in Alameda, California, which was a few cities away from my home. Typically, what they do is when you join the military, for example, if you live on the West Coast, they'll station you to a base or to a ship on the East Coast. By the grace of God, I stayed home the entire time as far as being stationed. Doesn't mean I didn't go out to sea. Does not mean I didn't go out to sea. So, we did several runs back and forth San Diego. Did test flights. Had nothing to do with me. Of course, I was cooking for the crew. But that's a full-time job as well. And the crew has to eat, right? So there's different there's different cooks for different departments. There's cooks for the regular crew of 5,000 personnel, and there's cooks for the chiefs and officers of the ship. Chiefs and officers eat a whole lot better than the regular crew. You're talking Kraft macaroni, and some fish patties versus steak, shrimp, and anything else you can think of that an officer would want to have aboard ship. Anyhow, our country went through some turmoil in the 90s. 1993, I believe. That's when Operation Desert Storm broke off out in Iraq. Did a tour out there. Became a veteran at that point, because once you're out to sea for 6 months and 1 day, I believe it was, that's how it used to be, you automatically become a veteran, because you can join the services and get out and not be a veteran. So fortunately for me, we were out to sea long enough to acquire that status. So it was good times. It was good times. We used to go out on 6-month cruises. 6-month cruises, but we go everywhere, I've been to Australia. I've been to Hong Kong. I've been to Singapore. I've been to Dubai. Let's see. A few other places. Didn't really spend too much time in those places. You get a couple days here and there before you have to pull out from the dock or from the pier. It was nice, though. It was a nice experience. It was something that I don't regret doing. However, I wouldn't do it again. The experience was quite an experience. Learned a lot. It matured me as a man. When you're in the military, you're cleaning, constantly cleaning, all day, all night. They thrive on polishing brass, shining up aluminum, different things of that effect. And it's a constant cleaning routine that the Navy has. Fortunately for me, I've always had that instilled in me, being a clean person, almost, I guess you can say, a neat freak. Being anal about being a clean person. I love to be in a clean environment. So just being in the military, being in the Navy wasn't an intimidation factor, being that we had to clean all the time. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're giving this some thought, joining the military, I do have to say the military today, 2025, is totally different than it was when I was in 1992 through 1995. So talk to a recruiter. It is a good journey in life to try to take, and weigh your options. Definitely weigh your options prior to making that decision and signing on that dotted line, excuse me. But it can turn your life around for the positive, especially if you have nothing going on that's too positive in your life right now, or you don't see anything in your future that's looking too bright for you. So it can be, should I say, challenging. Anyone can do it. Male, female, Whether you're short, whether you're tall, look at me. 5'5", baby. 5'6". My bad. 5'6". Let's get it right. Anyhow, doesn't matter your status. Doesn't matter your ethnicity. Excuse me, your ethnicity. But if you're working job to job right now at this time in your life, and you don't know, you're not quite sure what to do with yourself, there's a if you didn't know, Army, there's a Navy, the Air Force, Marines. Each one has a reservist, Army Reserve, Navy Reserve. They all have a reservist, which you can join part-time if you like. This is how it used to be anyhow. So I'm speaking on prior knowledge and prior experience. So you should at least inquire about it, get some information, make sure they tell you all the facts. Anything they try to promise you, make sure you get it in writing. But personally, I've always had infatuation with military uniforms, military objects, military vehicles, etc. So that kind of, I guess I was kind of prone to lead that way or to follow that trail by joining the military. As I look back, maybe I should have made a career out of it. Who knows? But you can't go through life looking back in life, wondering what if, what could have been, what had I stayed, what had been if I stayed. None of that. You do what you got to do now, you get it done, or you continue it, and you move on to the next phase of your life. Life is in phases. Life is short. Remember that. Don't think you have all the time in the world to do what you need to do. Because when things develop in your life and they happen unexpectedly, may have a child unexpectedly, may get into a freak accident unexpectedly. You may have some impairments after that accident unexpectedly. You may have to deal with natural disasters where you live and lose everything that you had unexpectedly. So you want to set yourself up. You don't want to rely on no one, depending on your age. But if you're 18, 17, 18 and up, you need to get your stuff together. Get your stuff together now. This is 2025. It's still early. Should have been did it. You know that. I know that, and you know that. But it ain't too late. It ain't too late. I'm just trying to keep it real with you. You know, I didn't really want to join the military. Who really wants to join the military? You know what I mean? But it was my best option at the time. I didn't want to go to college. I didn't want to work, a job that didn't pay much and try to struggle. So this was my best option. You got to find out what your best option is for you at this time. You don't know what your options are? Talk to people. Talk to me. Talk to anyone. Get on the internet. We got the internet now. It's 2025. There ain't no excuses for not being able to find information on anything. Look at you. You on YouTube right now. Let me tell you something. I found out how to do a lot of things in life off of YouTube. YouTube is your classroom. YouTube is your instructor. YouTube is your mentor. Find a subject that interests you. Find a person that's giving knowledge that you believe is factual. Find somebody who you feel is here to help you. You know what I mean? Not out to get something from you. And regardless, if you can't find that person, you don't need no one to push you along. You got yourself. It's a thing called self-motivation. Self-motivation. Self-preservation. On top of that, You want to do things to enhance your life. Nobody wants to struggle in life. You know? Again, as I told you before, nobody's going to give you anything unless you get lucky some kind of way, somehow. You know what I mean? But you got to thrive to do something. When you wake up, you got to say, okay, I need to accomplish this today. If I don't do it today, then I'm going to do it tomorrow for sure. You know what I mean? But if you wake up and you don't have no goals, if you wake up and you're just doing the same routine day in and day out, that's not prospering your life or advancing your life towards something better, then you're wasting your time. You're spinning your wheel. You're spinning your wheel. You see these wheels right here? You see these wheels? That's what you're spinning. And you ain't going nowhere, though. Just like this ain't going nowhere right now. You know what I mean? Why waste your time not going nowhere? Again, life is too short. Life is short, man. You need to, man, woman, child, whoever is viewing this, you got to get out there and grind. You know what I'm saying? There's a point in time where I had nothing. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I got there and I got it. Went out there and didn't give up on myself. Tried to improve myself and my family. You know what I'm saying? Try to impress my family on top of that. You know what I mean? Because my dad raised me the right way. My dad was there. I know some individuals, some circumstances, you know, you may not have a father that's there in your life, whether you're male or female. But that's no excuse. You can't have excuses in your life. You run around with excuses, then you might as well stay a child for your whole life. That's what children do. They make excuses. Why you do this? I don't know. Who told you to do that? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just you are mentally able enough to get what you want to have in life. There is a way. There ain't no way that you don't think of. There is one. You just got to find it. There's all kind of ways to get what you need, to accomplish what you need to accomplish, to reach your goals. You know, I'm 52, might be 53. I don't know. I got a birthday coming up. I'm not sure. But the point is, there's a lot of things I wanted in life. Example, this truck here. I didn't even know I wanted it before I wanted it, to be honest with you. You know, I just happened to be surfing YouTube. Some kind of way I ended up on military vehicles. And I was in awe when I saw this particular vehicle. You know? It fascinated me. But I was like, man, how much that cost? How much that cost? I had to do some research, find out how much it costs. I don't know anybody that owns these things. You know what I mean? Find out how much it costs. Do some searching. Find out who sells them. Find out where I can get one. You know what I mean? What does it take to get one? I didn't have the money it took to get this. This wasn't an extravagant purchase or anything, but I didn't have the money to get it. You know what I'm saying? But I kept my credit up. I always kept my credit up. That's one thing about me. Pay my bills on time. I got a lot of bills, but I pay them on time. There is no late notices when it comes to me and paying bills, paying my debts, you know. So I turned the wheels. I turned the wheels in my head and I tried to figure out, how can I acquire something like this? You know, and I went to my bank, couldn't get a loan. They wouldn't touch it. Went to another bank, they wouldn't touch it. Went to a different bank, a third bank. They said, okay, we could possibly give you a loan. But by the time I hit that third bank, what I realized was, okay, if I apply for an auto loan, that makes it a little harder to get a vehicle. On top of that, they keep the pink slip. On top of that, you got to have full coverage insurance because you have an auto loan. And I think I realized that's why I got denied with the first two banks. You know, and I said, okay, I'm going to beat you at your own game. I'm going to play your game the way you're supposed to play it, but everybody doesn't know how you're supposed to play it. So I said, you know what? On this third try, I'm going to apply for a personal loan. Not a car loan, a personal loan. Got approved. Got the money in my hand. Place an order for this beast. Got the pink slip in hand. Why? Because it's not an auto loan. The bank doesn't hold on to the pink slip because you're making payments for the next 5, 6, 7, 8 years, whatever the case is. So that's how I was able to get this. You know what I'm saying? I had it 5 years now. It was paid off at the 3-year mark, I believe, maybe 3.5-year mark. Regardless, point is, I really wanted to have this particular item, you know, and actually it was this or a Humvee. I kind of like the Humvees. I might get one of those next, actually. But point is, if there's a will, there's a way. You know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta work the system sometimes, legally. Legally, you gotta work the system. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I didn't go for an auto loan and got denied. I went for a personal loan and got approved. Got the pink slip in hand. You know what I'm saying? So it's ways. It's ways to do things. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted to join the military, you get in, you get out. What you get out from it is you get a VA loan. VA loan means that if you want to buy a home, who doesn't want to buy a home? You want to buy a home? Get you a VA loan by joining the military, getting out, doing the minimum that it takes to get all your full benefits. You know what I'm saying? So when I got out, I had a VA loan. You know, I could buy a house up to X amount of money, zero down, all because I joined the military. Another thing that you get is a GI Bill. And GI Bill is money for school. So you want to go to school, you want to continue schooling after you get out the military, they'll pay for that. I used the GI Bill. And after getting out of the military, I went to Hill College. You know what I'm saying? I learned computers. A trade school. Got my AA degree. You know who paid for that? Uncle Sam. That's my uncle now. He paid for it. Appreciate it, Mr. Uncle Sam. Anyhow, VA home loan, GI school, school loan money. Money that you don't even have to pay back. You know, at the event of your untimely passing, you know, you get free burial at a military cemetery. I'm sure you've seen those maybe on TV, maybe in movies. You know, the nice green lawn with all the white headstones. Those are military servicemen and women. Those are free, free to you. But let's not think about that. Let's not talk about that. But your family gets benefits. You get free medical for the rest of your life. I have that. Free medical for the rest of my life. Imagine that. Now, the way things are going, you have to pay for your own medical, and it's expensive. Even if you have a job, you got to have medical. Regardless if you don't want it or not, regardless if you're healthy or not, regardless if you're young or old, you know, you have to have medical. But guess what? It don't come out of my paycheck at my job because I just drive down to the VA, get some services that I need done, and that's it. That's the benefit. That's the perks of it. What else? Think about it. I'm not sure if now would be a good time to join the military. But again, I'm just telling you and giving you an example of options. You got to have options. You know what I'm saying? You want to make options available to yourself. You know, do I go to school? Do I join the military? Do I get married? Do I get a government job? Do I get a trade? Do I, do I figure out what skill I have as a human being? A lot of people have different skills. Some people can work on cars. Some people can build things. Some people can do woodworking. Some people can do an insurmountable amount of things that they can do. You know what I mean? Only you know what you can do. Put that to work for you. Open up a business. It's very easy to open up a small business. Very easy. Like I said, I've done that. So if you don't want to work for anyone, that's another option for you. But don't go around here with your head between your legs. Oh me, oh my. I don't know what to do with myself. My mom won't help me no more. This job sucks, but I'm stuck here. No. Life has too many choices. Depending on where you're at, you may have more choices than others. But don't let limitations stop you either. You know what I'm saying? Do not let limitations stop you. If you need to be over there, find a way to get over there. If you need to be over there, find a way to get over there. If the opportunities are over there, then that's where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a small town and there's not too many opportunities, then don't stay in that small town. You know what I'm saying? Get out there. Do some exploring. Do some research. We as humans, we're not made to just sit around and be dormant somewhere. You know, we're innovative. You know what I'm saying? We're always striving for the next opportunity to conquer. You know what I'm saying? So the sky is the limit. Back in the day, they used to say, man, you could be anything you want to be in school. They used to tell you that. You know, it was hard to believe. You know what I'm saying? It was hard to believe. But if you look at the way things are going now, I mean, it's as true as they come. You know, it's as true as it can ever be. So I'm just showing you this particular truck to show you that you can have anything you want. I wanted this. I went out and found a way to get it. I have it. You know what I'm saying? There's another goal that I want to get. I'm trying to find a way to get it so I can have it. You know, life is too short. You know, it ain't about having things in this life, but you do want to be happy. Sometimes personal effects make people happy. Sometimes family members or having a family of their own makes people happy. Sometimes being alone makes people happy, as long as they're doing what they want to do. But only you have the answer to that. You know what I'm saying? So I encourage you, get out there, make it happen this year. You see me? This is a brand new YouTube channel. You ain't never seen me before, but I'm trying to encourage you, give you some advice, right? This is a stepping stone for me. You know what I'm saying? I put myself out there for you. For real. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, this is where we keeping it peanut. You know what I mean? Keeping it all the way peanut. You know what I'm saying? This is peanut. You looking at him. You know what I'm saying? So if you want the real, this is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give you no sob story and no BS and tuck you in bed. You know what I mean? And try to comfort you. No, I'm gonna give it to you real. You know what I'm saying? Get out there, grind, go to work every day. Don't call in, man. You know you be calling in all the time. I don't know who you are, but you know who you are. Stop calling in, man. Stop calling in all the time. Calling out, whatever you want to call it. Get to work. Make that money. Put your money away. Invest your money. Invest your money. You know what I'm saying? Don't just blow your money. You know what I'm saying? If you got an issue with smoking, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you're smoking, don't want to know, I'm not asking. Be prepared to cut it out. You know what I'm saying? Be prepared to cut it out. You got a problem with messing with different women. Cut it out. You got a problem with drinking. Cut it out. You know what I'm saying? What has it done for you? Nothing. Look at yourself. If it hasn't done anything for you, unless you selling the liquor, selling the whatever it is you're smoking, and that's only gonna last. That's only gonna last momentarily. You know what I'm saying? 5-0 ain't no joke. They got technology, man, that's gonna catch up to you. They might be watching you right now. So stop while you ahead. You know what I'm saying? Any type of vice you might have, give it up 2025. You know what I'm saying? Give it up 2025. This is 25 now. I'm getting into this now. You know what I'm saying? If you can't tell, I'm here for you now. You know what I'm saying? Just give it up, man. If you ain't got nothing positive going on, let it go. If it's negative, if it ain't bringing you, if it's bringing you harm, if it ain't bringing you anything that's gonna benefit you now or in the future, then let it go, man. Let it go. You don't need that to grieve. You don't need that to ease your pain. You don't need none of that. You know, I know life can be rough. I know that, you know, some of us have been through some things, you know what I'm saying? But again, stop making excuses for it. You can't be making excuses. What good is that? What the excuse gonna do? The excuse gonna do, all that's gonna do is bring you stress and strife in your life. And that's what kills people, stress and strife. You know what I mean? You worrying about this, worrying about that. You know what I mean? Go ahead and get everything done. Knock it out. Get that problem out your life. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do, man. Do what you got to do. Go to work. Get up. Make that money. You know what I'm saying? And put it away though. Put it away, man. You need to know you need to learn how to invest it, then invest it. You need to learn how to save it, then learn how to save it. You need to learn how to, you know, put it away for that dream home, then put it away from that dream home. Don't blow it. Don't blow it. Don't be buying, you know, everything you see. You know what I'm saying? Don't be buying the latest Dodge Charger just to keep up with everybody else that got a Dodge Charger. You know, it ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? So you want to stay focused. Whether they call you an oddball, whether they call you whatever they want to call you. You know what I'm saying? But you progressing in life. They doing the same thing everybody else is doing, which is nothing. They think they're doing something because they think they got something, but they don't have nothing. That's why they're doing what they're doing, trying to impress the next man that's right next to them. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, man, I'm really getting into it. I'm sorry, man. I hope I'm not offending nobody. You know what I'm saying? But we keeping it real over here. We keeping it peanut. You know what I'm saying? All the way peanut. So like I said, you know what I mean? Hope I'm not offending anybody. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here to try to push you. I didn't even realize it was even in me to be this type of person. But you know what? I don't mind. You know what I mean? I don't mind. I thank God that I feel comfortable enough to even be on this channel doing this right now for you. I'm also doing it for me. It's motivating me too at the same time. I hear myself. I watch my video. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got ears. I can hear myself. You know what I'm saying? I can hear myself. You know what I'm saying? But it's all this in hope that someone could benefit from this. You know what I mean? I told a couple people about the new channel I was starting. Man, and I got a couple people that's way motivated for me. Way hyped up for me. Way anxious for me to succeed. You know what I'm saying? It almost seems like some of them is more excited than me. That's how you know you got a real friend. That's how you know you got a real one in your corner. You know what I'm saying? And but you can do it. You can do it. I'm gonna do it. Hopefully you do it with me, because I'm gonna be here every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying my best to be here every day. Put it that way. You know what I'm saying? But this is 2025. Get the wheels rolling. You know what I'm saying? Get out there and figure out what you want to get in life. Figure out where you need to be in life. Figure out how you're going to do it in life. And don't depend on nobody in life. You know what I'm saying? Get out there. Get out. You fall, then and somebody tell you, no, you can't do it. It don't matter what they say. You know what I'm saying? Because you better than them. You better than what the circumstance is that just was handed to you. You know what I'm saying? If somebody else can do it, then you can do it. If it's been done before, then you can do it. Simple as that. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't rocket science. It ain't rocket science, man. Nothing's easy though. Nothing's easy. But you gotta get out there and you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. Because you're telling yourself you're gonna do it right now. I hear you. I hear you. You telling yourself, matter of fact, tell yourself, I'm gonna get things done at 25. You know, if you was procrastinating, don't ever be a procrastinator. Let me tell you something, man. I don't like people that procrastinate, personally. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when people say they're gonna do something and they don't do it, that's irritating. You know, when people say, especially if I'm involved, you know, if it involves me, then that's irritating. You know, if you want to procrastinate on your own, within your own life, then go for it. Keep spinning your wheels and going nowhere. But don't be a procrastinator. I encourage you now never to be a procrastinator. Be a man, be a woman of your word. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Simple as that. Get it done now before you forget. Get it done now before something else get in the way and distract you. You know what I mean? Get it done now. Get it done right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm trying to work out a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? You know, some days, you know, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. You know, it's hard. You know what I mean? But when I look back at these videos, guess what? I'm encouraging myself at the same time I'm encouraging you. 2025, y'all. Keeping it all the way peanut. You know what I'm saying? Keep it all the way peanut with me. That's what I'm talking about. Peace out.